Are we recording this?
What'd she say?
She gave me another compliment about how good I was looking today.
It's a very nice shirt.
It is a nice shirt. It looks like a picnic tablecloth I used to go to
Burn.
food truck event.
Welcome, Casselberry. It is now time to have a casual conversation for the beneficial good of our community. The show you are about to listen to is called What's Up, Casselberry? And now it is my absolute pleasure to introduce to you your hosts, Andy and Drew, along with producer Robin.
What's up, podcast listeners? It's Andy and Drew here, along with our lovely producer Robin. We are back
with our lovely. Let's just emphasize the lovely, because we have missed the lovely over the last couple of weeks.
Yes. Otherwise, it's just two guys from Casselberry. But with producer Robin, there's talents, there's charm, there's beauty, there's brains, all of it. We are the team that produces weekly content called the What's Up Casselberry podcast. That's right. We're Casselberry residents here having conversations, casual conversations, at times very casual conversations for the good of the people of Casselberry about Casselberry related issues. And man, what a great time. It is a beautiful time to be in Casselberry, Florida. It is April 2022 of this recording. And man, things are just nice, Andy. Andy, Robin, how are you? Checking in with you?
I'm doing great, but I think listeners need to know, where has Robin been?
She's been around.
She can't be tied down, huh? You were at an Earth Fest event. Tell us about that. You were all dressed up, I saw.
So I was at the Lake Eola Earth Fest the day after Earth Day, and it was fun. And there were lots of animal sanctuaries, entertainment, all kinds of fun things.
Animal sanctuaries where animals go to worship? Or is
yes, exactly. Yes.
Boom, little preacher joke there. Robin, I was following you on your story, on your Instagram story, and you had several adventures and several very creative costumes.
Costumes?
Well, I mean, outfits.
Oh, well, yeah, it's me. Hello.
You are very creative. Yes.
We're going to have to do a live event sometime soon, Andy, because I feel like a lot of people in Casselberry know Robin through this podcast, but have not necessarily seen her in her full glory. And so,
well, if Robin is going to be a part of it, it needs to be a fashion show.
Obviously.
So What's Up Casselberry fashion show with a model.
I like
Robin.
It. You sounded so proud of yourself with that idea. That's true. That's true.
I am. I'm proud of all my ideas, even the bad ones. You got to own it.
I had a pretty interesting morning. I got to spend most of the morning with dear mentor of mine, my former youth pastor, who is now a church planter and a leader over in the community of Brooksville, where I grew up. And it was really nice. We were able to catch up and kind of talk and plan and dream together about all the things happening in our relative communities. I got to share about the podcast, and he thought this was a really cool idea. And so I said, hey, it's trademarks, but we'll let you buy franchise rights to the What's Up Brooksville podcast if desires.
Yeah, a lot of people think it's a good idea until they actually hear us. So, so you were in Brooksville today?
I'm not. I'm back now, but I went over and met him in Claremont, which is about halfway.
Gotcha. Because I was with you this morning until 10 o'clock, and wow, you are a busy guy.
Well-traveled.
All these golf trips and lunches and crazy.
That's right. Well, listen, we have got to keep the show rolling, got to give the people what they want. And Robin, do you agree? The people want dad jokes.
They do. And they want a redemption from last week's jokes. Doug's included.
Yeah.
Listener, we laughed. This past episode, most recent episode 117, Doug, the jokes were lacking, we might say. So we want you to step it up. And Andy, do we have some Doug jokes in the queue?
I do. And some of them are good too. He has responded to your challenge.
All right. Here we go. Well, let me get to mine, and then we'll hear from Doug. So these dad jokes are involving swimming. My wife, as many of you know, is a local swim teacher in the community, teaching kids to swim. She's actually out there as we speak. The weather is warm. It's swimming weather. So these are all swimming themed dad jokes. Here we go. Robin, what did the ocean say to the swimmer?
What?
It didn't say a thing. It just waved. There we go. That's number one. All right. Joke number two. Andy, how do pirates measure the distance that they swim?
How do pirates measure the distance that they swim? I have no idea.
Well, they measure it in yards.
I didn't know what the answer was, but I knew it was going to involve you throwing out some fake pirate voice.
All right, finally, for both of you, where do zombies like to go swimming? They go swimming in the Dead Sea. There's my jokes.
Okay. All right. Well, it's a good job that Doug has got some good jokes today.
Yes, Doug, fix this.
All right. And Doug, I just love blaming you for these if they fall. All right. Today, a man knocked on my door and asked for a small donation to a local swimming pool. Talking of swimming, Drew. You know what I gave him?
What?
A glass of water. Oh! Yeah, no, but seriously, I was at a wedding the other day, Drew.
Oh, nice.
Very emotional. Very, very emotional. Even the cake was in tears. Yes, Robin, I got a laugh from you.
There you go, listener. The dad jokes of the week.
Well, hey, and you will see right now, I'm drinking from my mug that Karen Almond gave us that said dad joke loading. So cheers, Karen.
I see that. Fantastic. Yep. We are about dad jokes on the podcast. We're about having just kind of silly, fun humor, hopefully just encourage and warm your day. We'll end with a inspirational quote in a little bit after we hear from our guest. But before we get there, we also want to share what's the scuttlebutt. What's going on in Casselberry? And yes, Robin, the word scuttlebutt, I just dropped it there. I think that's an office quote somewhere deep in the recesses or something. Anyway, Casselberry in the news. Andy, you and I, along with other members of our local churches, non-for-profit organizations, local businesses, came together for the 6th annual Casselberry Chamber of Commerce kickball tournament. And that was a lot of fun the last week of this recording. We had 7 teams participate in the 6th annual tournament, raised just over $1,600 for the Casselberry Elementary Food Pantry. And we were able to play at Wurz Park, which is absolutely beautiful. Loved the park, loved the day. Our podcast was one of the sponsors, along with a couple other local businesses, and just a huge shout out. It was a win-win for the whole community. What'd you think of the day?
I loved it. I thought it was a lot of fun. It was so great to see so many community members out there having fun, getting to know each other, and of course, raising money for a good cause. Kudos on that $1,600 raised that will all go to benefit needy children. Drew, I, as you know, participated with my team, and we reached the semifinals, I think, by luck. I was recovering for a couple of days afterwards. That morning of activities turned into a 2 or 3 day commitment as my legs healed. And I'm still nursing some wounds on my elbow from a brilliant diving catch that I made. And I'm hoping that someone caught it on video, because it felt like I leaped 30 feet through the air, caught the ball one-handedly, held it in midair as I spun around it, and shedding a little bit of blood for my team. So I hope someone caught that on video.
Listener, I had the fortunate privilege of officiating the game and the catch that Andy's referring to. 30 feet might be a bit of an exaggeration, but I agree. Andy went full bore. You did well, my friends. You made your team and your family proud. You made the podcast proud. You had some nice kicks as well. Your soccer skills from your childhood days in England, they came to good use. But as you said, and I know my wife Becky and others that participated in the tournament, adults playing kickball, if you don't stretch well, you're hurting the next day.
That's right, Drew. Can I just raise, it was a brilliant event. You did a fantastic job of leading it as well. But one concern I had from my team's captain, which was me, was that the team that my team lost to in the semifinal, that game was umpired by someone who works for that team. Do you have any comment that you'd like to make on that?
Listen, we are men of integrity. We're people of integrity on this podcast. And so no comment there. We just let the play work itself out. But yes, Willow Creek Church did win not only the game against you, they upset the 2-time defending champion Metro Life Church, and they are the new champions. So congratulations.
Yeah. Just to clarify that statement, your church won in a tournament that was umpired by you, their pastor. I think that's the headline.
Also, how much of that $1,600 was given by Willow Creek? Let's also throw some of that.
Ooh. That's good.
Willow Creek is a very generous people.
No, we loved it. It was a great event. We loved shout out to the Chamber of Commerce as a whole. And Lynn Brecken, who is the treasurer of the Chamber of Commerce and who is our podcast partner, was a part of that day. So thank you, Lynn. Thank you, Chamber. Truly, thank you, City of Casselberry, for opening the park. It was a great day all around. And I think this is a perfect time before we hear from our very special guest to hear from our podcast partner, Lynn Brecken and Full Circle Realty. I want to tell you about our friends at Full Circle Real Estate and Management. Lynn Brecken is a dear friend of Andy and I's, and Lynn has been involved in the Casselberry community for many years. Lynn serves on the board as the treasurer for the Chamber of Commerce here in Casselberry. And professionally, her and her team at Full Circle Real Estate and Management work with buyers, sellers, and investors. They offer a full range of management services. So if you're looking to buy a home, sell a home, or have them perhaps help you manage the sale or purchase of a home, please reach out to Lynn and her team. Their website is myfullcirclerealestate.com. You can email Lynn at lynne@myfullcirclerealestate.com or give them a call at 407-921-3763. Lynn is a great person and will work to do everything she can to help you. Check them out, Full Circle Real Estate and Management.
Welcome back to the show, listeners. We are excited to bring you today what we believe is one of our youngest guests, but also one of our most inspirational guests. Her name is Hannah, and we met Hannah through the Casselberry Police Department. Now, I know that when a lot of people meet the police department, it's not under the best circumstances, but one of the officers, Officer Rob Facilius, could not stop talking about how impressed he was with Hannah and the work that she's doing as a Girl Scout for our community. So Hannah, welcome to the show. How are you doing today?
Fine. How are you?
Good. Now, we understand that you're a little bit nervous, but let me tell you, Drew is even more nervous. He gets very intimidated when we talk to people who are doing great things, and we know that you're doing something great. So in order to put Drew at ease a little bit, can we ask a couple of icebreaker questions? First of all, Hannah, you have grown up in our Casselberry community, and we are wondering, what is your favorite place to spend time at in Casselberry?
The Seminole County Public Library.
We were just talking about that. Yeah, you're a big reader.
Yes.
And we are very fortunate to have that library in our city with its new coat of paint as well. Did you notice that?
Yes.
What kind of books do you like to read?
Greek mythology, anything fantasy, scientific, Lord of the Rings.
That's good. That is over my head, but I know that's very, very popular. It's a great place to be. So, Hannah, next icebreaker question. When you and your parents go out to eat, and we know your mom is with us on the call today, what is your favorite place to go and eat?
Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A. That is another popular answer as well. What's your favorite meal at Chick-fil-A?
Their French fries and their mac and cheese.
Those waffle fries are good. In fact, I might go and get some of those for dinner. You may just have inspired me a bit there. Okay, very busy young lady with school and Girl Scouts and numerous projects. But when you have a little bit of downtime and you sit in front of the TV, what's your favorite go-to entertainment and TV and why?
Expedition Unknown, because the host, Josh Gates, he is hilarious. And he's an archaeologist, and he goes to many different places. He's been to over 100 countries.
So is it fair to say that you dig that archaeology show?
Yes.
Sorry, I make these little puns. They're not always funny, but I do appreciate you laughing. A lot of people don't. That's good. Okay, so we know a little about you. We know you like to go to the library, where you eat Chick-fil-A, and where you watch archaeological shows. That's interesting. But let's get a little bit more serious in our conversation now. We got to know you through Officer Rob Facilius of the Casselberry Police Department when he used to work in community relationships. many people meet the police when they don't want to, but you met the Casselberry Police Department for good reasons. Can you tell us how you connected with them?
At Coffee with a Cop at the Starbucks on 436.
That's right. They have a Coffee with a Cop every now and again, right?
Yes.
So did you just kind of like walk in there and say, hey, my name's Hannah? I mean, that's pretty bold and brave of you. No,
I had many questions to ask them, but I was afraid, so I hid in the bathroom. And when I came back out, Officer Robert was waiting at the table, and he was very patient and took his time with me to make me feel calm down and reassured. I totally understanding that. There's something about that uniform, right, that kind of makes us nervous. And so as your Rob you shared with him about your Girl Scout project. What are some of the ways that the police department have supported you through that? They allowed me to put my bin for when I was doing a canned food drive for Casselberry Elementary. And Officer Robert is also my Gold Award mentor, so he has helped me through all of it. Oh, I didn't know that. Well, kudos to him. I did know about the food items for the food pantry. You know, we got a lot of students at elementary schools who don't have a lot to eat. So I know that what you did made a big difference there. And part of that project was with the Girl Scouts, right? And you've been a Girl Scout for several years. 12 years. 12 years. That's most of your life, right? Yes. I know you should never ask a lady's age, but I'm thinking you're around 16. Is that correct? Yes. Yeah. So 3/4 of your life, you have been a Girl Scout. That is amazing. Tell us which troop you're a part of and what it was that most attracted you, what you most enjoy about being a Girl Scout. My troop number is 1209 and my mother is my leader. My mom signed me up for Girl Scouts when I was in kindergarten. So you didn't have much of a choice. No. But now my sense is you go because you want to, not because you have to. Is that correct? Yes. Good. And what over the years has been your favorite part of being a Girl Scout? The badges. Now, I've never been a Girl Scout, perhaps, obviously, but I was a Boy Scout, and we could get badges and all kinds of unique and unusual things. What are some of the badges you have? First aid, useful. Girl Scout way, cybersecurity. Oh, cybersecurity is very interesting. I don't think cyber was around when I was a kid, let alone cybersecurity. But you got all those badges. You've worked your way through some projects with the bronze and silver awards, and now you're working on your Gold Award, an award that I understand only 6% of Girl Scouts complete. But before we talk about your Gold project, which is really what we want to talk about and encourage our listeners to help with, tell us what you did for your Bronze and Silver Awards. The Bronze Award, my troop put a friendship bench at Sterling Park Elementary, and for the Bronze Award, we made 80 bags. Silver. For my Silver Award, based in the foster care system. Oh my goodness, that's incredible. The principal at Sterling Park actually goes to my church, and I know her thanks for that bench, and the food is amazing as well. So you checked off the bronze, you checked off the silver, and now to the gold. Tell us about what your Gold project is and why it was that you chose it. My Gold Award project is I am earning money to for the Seminole Sheriff Department, and I chose this project because I wanted the community to understand the importance of the K-9 units. Oh, and tell us a little bit about the importance of the K-9 units. What do you know about what the dogs do to help our sheriff's department? They certainly help sniff out where they can find drugs. They can find and rescue individuals that are either missing or have fugitives fleeing from the law and discover cadavers that have been left in the wilderness. Yes, sadly, that is very useful stuff, isn't it? I wish it wasn't so, but it sounds like there's a lot of important uses. The dogs have some special skills that we as humans don't have, and you just can't train either. I have a friend who has a rescue dog, and it's amazing how talented they can train the animals to be. So you're raising money to help get some canines for the Seminole County Sheriff Department. How much money are you looking to raise on this Gold project? $4,000. $4,000. That is ambitious
ambitious goal, but it's not something that we as a community can't do to help you and to help our law enforcement officers. And I understand that you've put together some fundraisers to help raise this money to help get these dogs. Can you tell us a little bit about how you're planning to raise these funds and how we as a community can help you do so?
I am making and selling bracelets. I am selling bracelets for $2 a piece. I am also raffling off a throw that is designed to look like the police department flag. The raffle tickets are $1 a piece, and I'm now selling for the virtual 5K. Nice.
Well, you can certainly put me down for a bunch of wristbands. And where can we find out where to auction for the throw? Facebook. And is there a specific Facebook page that we can go to find that? Or what do we type into our search engine to find that?
Protect our pups by equipping our pups.
Protect our pups by equipping our pups. Is that right?
Yes.
All right. I'm going to go there in a minute and like the page and see if I can find the link. And once we do, listeners, will share that on our page as well for What's Up Casselberry. You also mentioned a virtual 5K. Now, last year, Robin and Drew and I ran a virtual 5K. Well, I'm not sure I'd call it running because Drew really slowed us down or something. But tell us about the details of that virtual 5K and how a virtual 5K works.
The name of the 5K is Yankee Doodle Doggy 5K.
Okay, the Yankee Doodle Doggy 5K. Okay.
The month of July.
Mm-hmm.
You can run it anytime.
That's when you buy your tickets.
In the
Bright events.
Bright events is where you can buy tickets.
Okay. Well, we will look up that and we will share that as well for our listeners. So listeners, go to our social media, go to the show notes at the bottom of this recording, and we'll link there. You don't have to run it. I'm sure you can walk it. I'm sure there's a small registration fee, right, Hannah, to enter that?
Yes, $32.
$32.
But I'm sure shirt and medal.
Nice. It's a medal as well. That's really fantastic. I have a collection of one medal, so I will double my medal total when I do that. And I'm sure if our listeners as well wanted to make a donation above and beyond that $32, they could certainly do that as well. Hannah, a couple of other questions as we come to the end of our conversation. What is it that motivates you to make a difference?
I enjoy helping people that need to be helped.
I love that. And that's so good to hear from someone who has a lot of life ahead, because that attitude of service and wanting to help always makes a difference in our world. I know your parents are very supportive of you in this project, and they themselves are very community orientated. And your mom and you together, talking of dogs, are actually in the process of training an emotional support dog. That's commendable and brave, and I'm sure it has some challenges. Tell us a little bit about that experience.
Her name is Rivera, and she's a yellow lab, and she's been trained to be a guide dog for the blind.
Now what does some of that training involve?
Well, right now we are working on having her find seat and under and to stand, because she has to stand up before we do.
I see. Well, that makes sense. So how long will you train her for before you able to pass her off to a blind person?
14 months.
Wow, that's a long time. That's a big commitment. Thank you for doing that. Final question, one more time. How can people connect with you if they'd like to find out more about the project, if they'd like to buy a bracelet or go to the raffle for the throw or sign up for the virtual 5K? What's that Facebook address again?
Protect Our Pups by Equipping Our Pups. And my Instagram account is called Protect Our Pups.
Protects Our Pups. I like it. Talks about what you want to do. And that's a good name. Hannah, we're so grateful that you have joined us today. We're really grateful for your passion to make a difference. We're really proud of you for all that you've achieved so far in your scouting journey. And we hope our listeners will join you and support you in this noble endeavor. Hannah, thank you so much for being with us today.
Thank you for having me.
All right, listeners, thank you so much for staying with us thus far. Hannah, you are an inspiration to so many. We love your heart to serve our community. We love your commitment to make a difference. As we prepare to wrap up, I'm going to throw it over to Drew, who has some inspirational words of wisdom for us today.
That's right, listener. Thank you, Andy. I have this quote. I've seen this on pretty much every high school sports t-shirt that's ever been created. And the quote, I don't know who it really came from online. It says it came from Coach Tim Notke, but this is the quote. It says, hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work hard. Hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work hard. The reality is all of us are given certain talents and different levels of talent. Some of us maybe less than others, myself included. But one thing that doesn't matter, regardless of your talent level or your gifting, you have the ability to work hard. And so my encouragement, our encouragement on the podcast is to work hard at whatever you're doing. If you're a parent, work hard to grow and learn and know your child better. If you're a student, work hard in the classroom, do your homework. If you're at work right now or in the yard, work hard, do the very best you can. Yes, it's nice to have gifting, it's nice to have talent, but ultimately hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work hard.
Wow, that was good, Drew. That was good. Coming from a man who makes recording a podcast seem like a seamless, easy project. So thank you for that. Listeners, we're wrapping up the show. We hope you've had some fun with us. We've certainly had fun, hopefully entertaining you and informing you. Thank you, Hannah. Thank you, Robin, for producing this and making us sound better than we are. Thank you, Drew, for being an excellent co-host. Thank you, listener, for listening. If you've enjoyed us, please rate and review us. Please subscribe to us. Follow us at whatsupcastleberry.com or on our Facebook or Instagram handle at What's Up Castleberry. We can't wait to be with you again next week. Take care. God bless.